This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for joining us. Haley Wilkes has the night off. Our top story tonight, Speaker Paul Ryan abruptly pulling the Republicans' troubled health care plan off the House floor. The decision is a humiliating setback for President Donald Trump and congressional leaders. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has the latest on the legislative battle.
Further consideration of H.R. 1628 is postponed.
Today, Republicans' last-minute scramble to get enough votes for their health care bill came to an abrupt end as President Trump called GOP leaders, telling them to pull it from the floor. House Speaker Paul Ryan calls this a disappointing day for Republicans.
We came really close today, but we came up short.
The Trump administration says it's done everything it can.
He's left everything on the field when it comes to this bill.
But some Republicans were on the fence.
I haven't been undecided for some time. I've been undeclared. There's a difference.
Others were swayed after changes were made to the first version of the health care plan.
Obamacare's collapsing, premiums are skyrocketing, providers are fleeing. This may well be our last off-ramp on this road to ruin.
And some questioned the rush.
Why in the world does everything have to begin and finish this week?
House Democrats insist there is nothing to gloat about on Capitol Hill this week, even if it has been embarrassing for Republicans.
The people who vote for this will have this vote tattooed to their foreheads as they go forward. They have to answer for the vote.
The Trump administration says if this bill fails, Obamacare stays, and the president will move on to tax reform.
The president understands this is it. We had this opportunity to change the trajectory of health care, to help improve, put a health care system in place and end the nightmare that Republicans have campaigned on called Obamacare.
Stephanie Ramos reporting there for us. Many Republicans have said that they were concerned that the way they would have voted on GOP's health care plan today would have affected them during the election season next year when they're up for re-election. President Trump did fulfill one of his other campaign promises today. Without Congress, he formally greenlit the controversial Keystone XL pipeline. That decision marks a reversal from the Obama administration and clears the way for TransCanada to complete the $8 billion project. Keystone XL is intended to funnel crude oil from Canada to refineries on the U.S. Gulf Coast. Supporters say the pipeline will reduce dependence on foreign oil and create more jobs. For a second week in a row, Governor Rick Scott is on the Suncoast talking about the state's economy. The governor making a stop at Bell's corporate office in Bradenton this morning. He thanked the management and employees at the 102-year-old retailer that's based in Manatee County. Scott also discussed job numbers. After leading the nation in job growth in January, Florida lost 5,000 jobs in February. Still, Florida's overall job growth rate in the past year has been among the highest in the country.
We've had a good start for the year. We're in our legislative session right now. We're working hard to make sure we continue to be very job-oriented, be a place where you can get a job. We can recruit more companies to come here. We want more bills. We like every corporate headquarters to be in Florida.
State unemployment rate is remaining steady at 5%. Here on the Suncoast, we're doing a little better than that. In Sarasota County, the unemployment rate dropped from 5.1% to 4.4% in just a month, with more than 2,500 jobs added. Manatee County also had added more than 2,500 jobs. Sarasota police now charging 5 teenagers after a handgun was found on a school bus from Booker Middle School Thursday. Police say that gun was one of 2 that were stolen earlier this month. ABC7's Adam Cellini joins us live from Booker Middle School with more on this investigation. Adam?
Yeah, Scott, police are now saying that these students stole 2 handguns and other items from a nearby apartment complex as many as nearly 10 days ago. And now these students are facing some serious criminal charges associated with those break-ins.
It's very alarming.
Sergeant John Todd says it didn't take Sarasota police long to realize where the gun found on a Booker Middle School bus came from.
Back on the 15th, there was actually 3 residential burglaries at the Bella Sol apartment complex. And in one of these apartments, the burglars took 2 revolvers. one of these revolvers ended up being the one that was taken to school.
Now, one 13 and three 14-year-old students are facing charges ranging from possession of a firearm on school property, armed burglary of an occupied dwelling, and several others. 18-year-old Juan Hernandez, who was on probation, has also been arrested and charged.
It's a heck of a way to get introduced to the criminal justice system. These are very serious charges, so you know, they're going to have to learn a very important lesson here the hard way.
A resident at Bella Sol says the break-ins aren't a surprise, but the suspects are.
You never know where it's going to happen, you know, but hopefully parents, they got to watch more.
Parents of students on the bus were called directly, according to the Sarasota County School Board.
This is Booker Middle School Principal Dr. LaShawn Frost with a message for parents and guardians.
Others received this voice message.
A student reported that there was a firearm on the bus.
Today, parents say they were astonished by the news. Some want more to be done. Others, like Eloise Harris, aren't sure what could be.
I don't know what else they can do, but what they did, if they found it.
The school district's Director of Safety, Michael Andreas, told us in an email Friday, "We have no current plans to add metal detectors at our schools." And Scott, one student told us that he actually saw the gun towards the end of the day at school. One of those students involved showed it to him right in his bag, and the student was very frightened, too scared to tell a faculty member, but police say that's exactly what they hope any student would do in that situation, and they are commending the young girl who stood up on the bus and told the bus driver about the firearm on Thursday. For now, live at near Booker Middle School, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott, back to you.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. A busy stretch of US 41 in Sarasota remains closed at this hour after a 50-year-old water line burst yesterday. Crews worked through the night and into today to try to repair the gaping hole in the intersection of 41 and 32nd Street. City officials say it was just a natural wear and tear on that decades-old pipe that caused it to burst. And this could happen again. Utility officials say the city is full of these aging water lines that could burst at any moment. However, the city has a capital improvement plan to replace as many of these old pipes as it can. Gerald Boyce, general manager of utilities in the city, says they spend $15 million each year on it. And Boyce says the water lines at 41 and 32nd Street were on this year's plan to replace.
We rate the pipes in terms of probability of failure, and the pipes with the greatest probability then are replaced first on our capital improvement list. So we systematically replace the older pipes.
It's unclear when the water lines at 41 and 32nd Street will be replaced, but the road is expected to reopen sometime later this evening. A breezy, sunny day on the Sun Coast. Let's get a check on our weather right now. Meteorologist Josh Stone in for Bob tonight.
That's right. Yeah, we have mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Right here in Sarasota, a few clouds in the sky, but temperature at 82 degrees. The average for a high this time of year is 77, so we're above that today once again. And Bradenton, 80 degrees for you, and Venice, 79 with a few passing clouds at this hour. Really nothing to show you in the radar. This picture looked a little different yesterday afternoon, but today, high pressure settling in, bringing a few clouds, some stray showers here on the east coast of Florida, but these aren't going to be coming our way at all. So for tonight, expect just a few clouds out there, and temperatures will cool down into the mid to lower 60s. And then we're in store for an absolutely beautiful weekend, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I come back. Back to you, Scott.
All right, Josh, thank you. Tonight, the Florida Highway Patrol is searching for people who are damaging cars from an I-75 overpass. Vehicles heading north on the interstate were struck by some sort of projectiles at the Mendoza overpass in Manatee County. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from there with more on the story tonight. Rick?
Yes, Scott, right back there is the overpass where all this took place. Troopers say at least 3 vehicles were struck around midnight last night. Some of the vehicles suffered damage to their windshield as well as other parts of the car as they traveled on I-75 northbound. Troopers tell us a suspect or suspects were possibly shooting a BB gun at the cars and throwing other objects such as rocks.
We're not sure what device was used, whether it was a slingshot, whether it was a BB gun or a pellet gun, or perhaps just some kids throwing things on the interstate. We have to reiterate how dangerous this is. Also, that it is, in fact, a second-degree felony to do anything like this.
And if you did hear or see anything about this, you're being asked to contact the Florida Highway Patrol immediately. Reporting live from Manatee County this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Scott, back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you so much. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies believe a man who drove a minivan into a lake in Bradenton did so intentionally. Deputies say the 32-year-old drove the vehicle into a pond at Sable Harbor Drive around 10:30 this morning. The man was able to swim out of the van and get to shore, but then he just took off. He was later captured, and some children who were playing in the neighborhood at the time saw what happened.
My friend just yelled, "He drove into the lake!" So I run in the house and I get my dad, I grab my camera, and his car just keeps floating across the lake and it starts sinking, and he finally got out of the car when it was almost fully submerged underwater.
Deputies say the driver was later taken into custody under the Baker Act. Still to come in your Suncoast News, extinguishing a wildfire that scorched hundreds of acres. How the weather is working for and against firefighters near Jacksonville. And meteorologist Josh Stone will be back with the full weather forecast for the upcoming weekend. And then later in Health Smart, keeping your brain sharp if vitamins and certain supplements lower a man's risk of developing dementia.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Florida Studio Theater presents Piano Men, held over by popular demand through April 2nd. Attributing the virtuosity and elegance of the Piano Man, Piano Men features the works of 20th century's best pianists and songwriters. Featuring songs from music icons such as Billy Joel, Stevie Wonder, and Barry Manilow, don't miss what critics are saying is energetic with fun and playful performances that evokes hits of an era. Piano Men is held over by popular demand. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
You know, things can happen in an instant. We never expected Brady to be in an accident. And if he didn't have blood donors, he wouldn't be here.
To Suncoast blood donors and everybody in this community, I'd say thank you. You know, I'm gonna pay it forward.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Over 100 standard and available safety features make the new Chrysler Pacifica a safe investment for any family. And right now, you can buy one for just $24,999 or save up to $11,000 on a new Ram Crew Cab during Ram Truck Month. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
The Florida Forest Service says it may be a while before they know how much damage a 700-acre wildfire in North Florida actually caused. That fire forced dozens of people to leave their homes. Residents are now being allowed back in the area of Bryceville, but firefighters are still battling this fire, which is now about 75% contained. No one was hurt, and firefighters were able to save hundreds of homes, but 2 homes were destroyed. 8 have some minor damage. Authorities say a man burning books sparked the fire on Wednesday, and it quickly got out of control. Good weather helped firefighters battle the fire, but dry conditions kept that fire burning.
The fuels are dry, the vegetation's dry, it's spring fire season, so without rain we're definitely going to be challenged.
The man accused of starting the fire now faces charges. Just goes to show how dry we have been this winter, and now as we begin spring, still the same story.
Becoming like a tinderbox, and we're already down 5 inches.
Yeah.
That's a departure from normal, so we really could use some rain. Doesn't look like we have any rain in the forecast anytime soon, but still, if you like sunshine, you'll love the forecast. Looking at our tower cam right now, beautiful conditions, a few clouds out there, but that's about it. Sunshine was in our forecast today, and that's what we received. A few passing clouds and no rain to talk about. Let's bring it back to our radar. There's a few showers streaming across the eastern half of the state, but those won't be coming our way anytime. So we're looking at clear conditions, partly cloudy skies tonight. Sunny and warm for the weekend. It's going to be a lovely weekend, and that continues into next week. Best chance for rain comes our way next Friday, maybe into Saturday as well. But that's still several days out. We'll have to watch and see if that system gets its act together and comes our way to bring us widespread showers and storms. But for now, everything is quiet. 82 right now in Sarasota, 85 in Venice, 83 in Arcadia. So upper 70s, lower to even mid 80s at this time. The winds, well, not as breezy as they were earlier. Winds have calmed down to about 10 miles per hour, and that's going to be the case throughout the evening as well. They could pick up a little bit for tomorrow morning, maybe up to 15 miles per hour, maybe up to 20 knots at times if you're taking your boat out, but I think those winds will calm down by the afternoon. Well, look at the big picture as far as temperatures go. It is 80 degrees right now in Chicago, basically matching our temperature here in the Suncoast. It's kind of telling you something. With all this warm air surging up to the north, then it's 45 in Minneapolis, so cooler air. Well, there's a demarcation line taking place. And what's going on? Well, we have a storm system really starting to ramp up here. That's why the Storm Prediction Center has put these areas here in Texas and Louisiana, Arkansas in a enhanced risk to moderate risk for severe weather. Severe weather is not coming our way, but still something to talk about because this could bring some tornadic activity to the Plain States. And mind you, this is the season now, the transition period where we have these big springtime storms that start to develop. The winter has been here, well, for several months now, and now that warm air is trying to surge further north, and then boom, you have a battle that takes place, a lot of twisting and turning, but you can see all these storms starting to ramp up here, so there could be some nasty weather in the Plain States tonight. As far as the boating forecast for tomorrow, the high tide will be at 12:28 p.m., low tide at 6:20 in the early evening hours, sunrise tomorrow at 7:28. As far as the beach and boating forecast, once again, a little bit stronger winds in the morning hours, then they'll become calm in the afternoon. Seas 2 feet just offshore with a moderate chop in the bays. Your temperature at the beach tomorrow will be a lovely 78 degrees. How about the overnight low? Well, we're going to be in the low 60s, mild conditions, a few clouds out there. 80 for our high tomorrow, so looking very nice. A little bit breezy in the morning, but those winds will calm down in the afternoon. And there you go, Scott, for the next several days. Lots of sunshine in our forecast. Temperatures cool slightly in the upper 70s, but that's still average. And then the best chance for rain comes our way next Friday. Back to you.
All right, Josh, thank you so much. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic backed up right now on US 41 in Sarasota, right near Fruitville Road. Slow going in that area. In health news tonight, you may have seen commercials that mention low T. And apparently, men who see more of those ads are more likely to seek out treatment to boost their testosterone. That's according to a study in JAMA. Although there are some men with a certain disorder who need testosterone therapy, medical experts say others have been convinced to seek unnecessary treatment by ads promoting low T as a health problem associated with issues like reduced libido or fatigue. Testosterone levels naturally decrease with age. In 2014, U.S. drug regulators raised safety concerns about the potential for testosterone to increase the risk of heart problems. Another new study shows older men who take vitamin E and selenium in supplements have the same risk of dementia as people who don't use those products. Antioxidants, either through food or supplements, are believed to reduce oxidative stress throughout the body, but researchers say they may not have worked in the pill form because it could be that the antioxidant supplements are less effective than those consumed through food. Foods rich in antioxidants include several types of berries, dark chocolate, pecans, artichokes, and kidney beans. About 2/3 of cancers are caused by random typos in our DNA that occur as normal cells make copies of themselves. That's according to a study published in the journal Science. The study's author says this means these cancers will occur no matter how perfect the environmental factors are. The finding caused an outcry from some cancer experts who have traditionally held that most cancers were caused by preventable lifestyle and environmental factors or inherited genetic defects. In this study, 29% of cancers were caused by lifestyle and environmental factors, and the remaining 5% were inherited. Coming up, a teenager rushes to a choking classmate in a school cafeteria. How his special training may have helped save that student's life. Plus, making the cone of shame a little more bearable. One pet owner is making the medical device more fun.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
Car experts and customers agree there's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean really moves me.
wonder.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder, high performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
A train accident causes a major backup for commuters in New York. An Amtrak train and a New Jersey Transit train clipped each other during rush hour at Penn Station this morning. There were scrapes and dents and twisted metal on the side of the transit train. No one was seriously hurt, fortunately, but passengers were rattled by the impact.
Initial explosion was really scary. It was an explosion next to my head, followed by screams, and I cursed when it happened. And then after that, a huge, loud raking sound behind me and screams behind me.
Amtrak says all 248 passengers on its train got onto the platform safely. New Jersey Transit said on Twitter that its train was able to make it to the platform where its passengers were let off. A Wisconsin high school freshman is being recognized tonight after saving his classmate's life in their school lunchroom. Take a look at the shocking video. You can see the freshman, Ian Brown, sitting with a group of friends when his classmate across the table starts violently coughing. Brown couldn't tell if his friend was choking at first, but when he began gesturing to his neck, Brown decided to step in. And thanks to his quick thinking, Brown saved his friend by dislodging the food from his throat, performing the Heimlich maneuver 4 times.
I felt I was just doing what I was trained to do. I've wanted to be a police officer, and that's what they trained me to do, and that's what they told me to do.
Choking is the 4th leading cause of accidental death in the U.S., and the Heimlich maneuver is credited with saving more than 100,000 lives since its creation back in 1974. Bao Bao the panda bear is now free to roam her new home in China. The American-born giant panda had been under a month-long quarantine at the China Conservation Center. Her handlers say she's had to adjust to new foods and a new language, but she was assigned a keeper who speaks both English and Mandarin to make the transition easier. Bao Bao's debut was celebrated by local and U.S. officials as well as school children. She'll share her new playground with her brother, who relocated to China back in 2010. Well, it's no secret that dogs do not like the cone of shame. But one owner found a way to make that cone a little less shameful. Just fill it with some food. One owner posted videos on Facebook of her pup Murphy enjoying his favorite food from a medical cone. You can see Murphy eating everything from pasta to popcorn. Cones remain a necessary evil for dogs healing from medical procedures. That's a great shot. Make the best of it, I guess. Still to come in your Suncoast News, scams targeting real estate agents and their clients. What you should look out for if you're in the market for a new home.
An eventful week in Washington. President Trump continues to claim he was wiretapped by former President Obama, and the future of his health care plan remains unclear.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world. $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Hey, Tampa Bay, join us for the premiere of a new St. Petersburg tradition, the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, happening Saturday and Sunday, March 25th and 26th from 10 to 8 p.m. at Northstraub Park. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends for the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, March 25th and 26th. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com. It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
I met a girl, she made me smile, she made me wait. She crossed the street, she crossed my heart. She fixed her dress, she bit her lip.